My name is Margaret Ellis, and I'm 98 years old. I know when you look at me, you don't see a superstar. You see a very old woman holding an even older cello. And in a way, that's exactly who I am. But this cello, it's more than just wood and strings. It is my life. When I was a little girl, I used to dream of playing music on a big stage. I wanted to wear a beautiful dress, stand in the spotlight, and let the sound of my cello fill the room. But life didn't give me that chance. My family was poor, the world was at war, and every dream I had was pushed aside. Instead of playing in concert halls, I played on street corners. Instead of applause, I heard coins falling into a tin cup. I spent years, no, decades homeless. I slept under bridges, on sidewalks, in shelters when I was lucky. People walked past me every day. Some never even looked at me. Some laughed. Some pitied me. But none of that mattered, because as long as I had my cello, I still had a reason to live. This instrument was my only companion through long winters, through hunger, through loneliness. I played for strangers because I had no one else. Sometimes children would stop, and I'd see in their eyes a little light, and it reminded me that music still had meaning. Now, I am 98. My hands tremble, my back aches, and sometimes I wonder how I'm still here. But when I close my eyes and I play, I feel young again. I feel like the girl who once believed her music could change the world. I never thought I would live to see this day, to stand on a stage like this, in front of people who are really listening. Tonight, I am not here for fame or fortune. I am here to finally live the dream I carried for almost a century. And if I can leave one message, it is this. No matter how old you are, no matter how broken you feel, it is never too late to let your music be heard.
Margaret, I don't think I have ever experienced a moment quite like this in all the years I've been here. You are 98 years old, and yet when you walked onto this stage with your cello, the entire room stood still. From the very first note, it wasn't just music we were hearing, it was your life. Every trembling stroke of your bow told us a story of hunger, of loneliness, of nights spent without a home, of dreams that were buried but never died. And the thing that struck me most is that you didn't let those hardships silence you. Most people would have given up a long time ago, but you held onto your cello, onto your dream for almost a century. That kind of courage, it's beyond words. Tonight, you reminded us all that music isn't about perfection. It's about truth. It's about connection. And that's why there were tears in this room, because what you gave us was real, it was raw, and it was unforgettable. Margaret, I kept thinking as you played how many people must have walked past you on the streets and never stopped to listen. How many people missed out on hearing something so powerful, so moving. But tonight, millions of people got to hear you, and they will never forget you. At 98 years old, you've done something that most young people still only dream of. You stood on one of the biggest stages in the world, and you gave us a performance that will live in our hearts forever. If your dream was to finally be heard, then let me tell you this, you've achieved that tonight. And more than that, you've inspired an entire world watching at home. You've proven that it is never too late. Not at 20, not at 50, not even at 98. For me, this wasn't just a performance, Margaret, this was history, and it was an honor to be here to witness it.